still need that. Nice. Okay. Oop, doop, 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 doop. Yep. Okay, let's just mute that. Have to have my own stream open so I can do the chat testing. But for now, oh, sound alerts, browser sources off. Oh, right, right. I forgot I added that. Let's make sure that's working. So in my game stream, I just have to copy that, go over here to coding stream, and paste. There we go. Much better. Alright. Now that that all seems to be functioning, let's go ahead and get back to it. So, oh, actually, hang on. Let me just make absolutely sure that okay, yep, I hid my login data. I've got it all nicely on this little object here, and as long as I don't expand this out, then I won't leak my channel login. Which would be bad. That would be a very bad thing to happen, so I am keen on not doing that. Alright. Why is Streamlabs OBS struggling to connect to chat? Oh well. Guess I'll just open it in browser. There we go. Anyways, this is the code I'm working with right now. So I've finally managed to get this working to a degree. I can at least, this I still think isn't working, but that's fine. Figure that out later. But right now, I can subscribe to the messages in chat, and then, while this is running, oh, whoops. Let's just comment that out real quick, because that's not important, so we don't need that throwing an error. So if I run the scene, successfully connects, and now I type something in chat, badoom, it gets picked up. So now I just need to also figure out how to do that with, hello Vanished Sun. Now I just need to also figure out how to do that with point redeems, and then we will be well on our way to glory. And it shouldn't be too hard if I just pull back up the documentation here. Let's see. Yeah. The documentation is kind of spotty. Like half of it is in a document and half of it is in this example script. A little bit confusing, but what is the event for channel points? Channel points. Points, points, points. Got so many different windows open, because I've also been conducting business in the background. Oh, what? Hang on. Oh, there we go. My tracking died off for a second. Oh, duh, it's because I'm looking at my stream instead of my Streamlabs, so there's a delay that I'm not used to. Because Streamlabs, for some reason, still can't connect to chat. Alright, so we've got channel point events, yes. And now I need to find the add listener for point events. Ah, point, pub sub point reward events. Beautiful. E. E works. I'll take that. Okay, so we're just gonna copy this whole little thing here and go over to my Twitch chat manager, and down here, right after the subscribing to messages, we're gonna subscribe to this, except we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all that. What? Not found. Oh, come on. Data types. Pub sub point reward event. What is that under? Oh, you know what? This might tell me. There we go. Yep, go ahead and... Wait, what? No. Preview changes. Apply. I did that. Good, good. Very nice, very nice. Now, we can call show reward, and in here we want a string what reward string user. So then in here we can do show reward e dot. Alright, what values do we have in here? Pub sub point reward event data message ID advised message type to string type. You know what? Let's go ahead and look this up in the documentation. Pub sub point reward event. Where do I even find that? Pub sub point reward event. More. I said more. More? Okay, there isn't more, I guess. See, now this is what I was talking about. This documentation kind of sucks. Yeah, it gets fired. It sure does. What data's in it? You gonna tell me, maybe? Or do I just have to trial and error this? Starting to look like that is the case. Let's just put this back over here. Okay, well, we've got E. Let's just make this a bit more verbose. Let's make that reward. Reward dot equals what? No, it's just alright. Reward dot data dot no. Wait, data dot no. Alright, reward dot message ID, which fires this exact. Alright, maybe that is what type I need, and then reward dot. Can I not like find who redeemed it? Do with you like it's available for type. No. Reward dot is anonymous. No. Trial and error is indeed going to be the pogging way we have to do this, because this documentation is garbage. Like what? Alright, you know what? Maybe the demo can give me a little bit more to go off of. So what do they get here? E.getType. e.data.redemption.redeemed at e.getType.name. Okay, there we go. e.data.redemption.user.displayName. There we go. Get rid of the E. Okay, so that'll get me the name. And then I guess one of these, some here. Let's see, just redeemed. Okay, so it's e.data. Okay, so it was under data. .redemption.reward. .data.redemption. Okay, there it is. Reward. .id. Sweet. So if I save that, then I can go ahead and let that recompile. And let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, no, I need to actually add a print so it does something with that. All right, let's say print... No, not that. Print user has redeemed reward ID. What reward? Boom. Okay. So now, if I get this running, cool. And now I say redeem head size increase, swing. Nothing happens. But it is hooked up, right? Yeah? Okay, yeah, no, it is connected. But the reward redeems are not. Show reward, do that, and then upon showing reward, and upon showing reward, it should call show reward. And in show reward, it should print this. So, why didn't it work? Oh, I might have an idea, actually. It might be because I'm connecting with the channel's name instead of ID. I seem to recall somewhere in their clusterfuck it mentioned that was a bad idea. Maybe I can somehow use the channel ID here instead? Like, it doesn't really say where to type in the ID instead of that, but let's just try it. Connecting. Test. Okay, so no, that doesn't work. That just doesn't do. So in their demo scene, channel ID does get used where? Subscribe to new followers, channel ID. So yeah, subscribe to all this stuff with the channel ID. And I believe that in my Twitch chat manager, I am in fact doing just that. So that connecting with the channel name, I guess, is fine. But so do I not need? No, I don't need to actually put anything in this. So that connects to the servers I see, and then this connects to the specific chat. But why do rewards not work? Chat messages work just fine. And yet, reward redeems redeem. Do not. Let's see if I pull up their Unity store page. If I go to... There's only 4 reviews. Which, lots of documentation. Yeah, it's great. Well, this isn't going to help me. They mention in their documentation to message them if you have any issues, so I may end up having to do that, but I'd like to see if I can solve this before resorting to that, because Lord knows how long it'll take to get a response. Alright. Twitch integration demo. Add listener. Point rewards. Eventview.text. Yeah, I don't think that was working even in their little example scene. Those weren't getting picked up, which is pretty annoying. As you can see, unfortunately, in different events, things are often named strongly oriented along Twitch. Okay, but why? But for why? On point reward event. Like, am I mistaking this as a point reward event? It seems like a point reward. Hype point, bits, badge, bits, new fall. I mean, yeah, like this is point rewards. I'm redeeming the point rewards and it just is not due. Why is it not due? The chat one works just fine. And yet this doesn't. Point rewards. Grr. Also, this whole test message thing that's supposed to send a message to the chat, at least according to this lovely, oh so accurate documentation, says send message to channel. Sends a message to the main chat channel. All you need to put in is the text. Twitch chat.send message to channel. And yet, right here in this little test message I've got twitch.chat.send message to channel. Yeah, Twitch integration, skeletons, yep. Send message to channel. Test message. I'll even add a print so I can tell this is running. Sending test message. Play. Alright, test message should say test message. Test message. Sending test message, and yet it never gets sent to the Twitch chat. But for why? I do not understand. Oh, I hate this documentation so much. Wait, finally connect to the chat? You're saying I need to do these things after? I don't think that is the way, but I'll try it. Oh, yeah, no. Wait, yeah, I am already connecting after. Hmm. But for why? I don't understand this documentation, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing it exactly the way they are on account of... I'm using their code. I just copied it out of this. On point reward, add listener, da 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 da. Pub sub reward event E. E.getType.name. Like, why are these so laid out? I guess because Twitch's stuff is laid out weird is why they said, but... Let's just try, for now, copying this whole cloth. And just go... comment mine out. Paste theirs. Change this to from eventview.text equals to string stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and remove this with, or replace this with print stuff. Now, this line, this whole line all here that matters is just exactly what their thing says it should be getting. And then I'm just printing that. So I've changed nothing with the actual stuff or with the listener adding in general. So when I play this and I type a test chat, all right, Dullahan said test chat, so we are properly connected. And I now redeem a point reward, and nothing happens. Why? Why is nothing happening? This sucks. Am I really gonna have to send them a message over this? You better believe I will, because I paid money for this asset. But what the hell? Like, I'm using it as they've listed it here. There's no reason this shouldn't work. None. Let's try the other event types that come in with the pub sub thing and see if it's just the whole pub subsystem thing not working. Because the chat message is literally just from twitch.chat. So let's see if any of the other twitch.pubsub stuff is working. By doing what exactly? It's not like I can just keep following myself or anything. Oh well, let's see. Let's just get rid of this. Clearly, mine should be fine in theory. But now, let's go ahead and go here to their on new follower event. Let's copy that. Let's paste it here. Let's get rid of all this guts. And then we're going to go ahead and add a void new follower string username. I guess that's all we really need with that. And we're just going to print username plus has followed. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and go new follower e dot I guess get type was where name was. Get type. No, wait. Where was it? Whatever. Let's just go check it. Oh, yeah, that's just the event. Wait. Name. Get type dot name viewer e dot data dot username. What? Just follow the. Alright, whatever. E dot data dot username. Boom. Bam. Bada bop boom. Pow. Okay. So. Play it. Type some gibberish. Yep, all connected. So now, what if I go to my. Let's see, twitch.tv. But it's only going to show new followers, right? So if I unfollow and refollow with my bot, that won't work. Oh, no, has followed. The name didn't come through for whatever reason, but it detected that properly. So the pub sub stuff is working, and it's just the point rewards that aren't working. And we are, yeah, subscribe to channel points events. We are properly subscribing to that. We're subscribing to everything. And everything is working except the one thing I need to work the most. And this other thing that I would like to work. Because I want to be able to have my bot have custom commands to say things. But apparently we can't all be quite so fortunate as to have things work as they claim they should when you pay money for them. I bought this asset. Ree! So chat works, followers work, points don't work. Why don't the points work? The points are what I need to work. I need the points to work the most, and yet they don't work. They just don't work. Guess I'm gonna have to message them about it. Hooray! Alright, well, in the meantime, I can set up some things here. So we can go here to our chat manager, and we can go ahead and add here a public string reward IDs. Wait, no, that's not right. You know what, let's do it this way. Let's go ahead and slap down a little public struct point reward system.serializable, and then we will go ahead and say public string name, public string ID, and then up here we'll go ahead and add, oh yeah, let's go header references, values, and debug. So values, we're going to add a public point reward array rewards. And then stop playing this, let it recompile. Nice, and I've got my rewards. So at the moment there is 4, so we'll add 4 of these. We'll call this one head size plus. And I don't know what the IDs of these are. I was going to try and get those from the, the console once I have it working properly, but I can hook those up, I guess, once that is working. We got reset head size. We've got bouncing head. And we've got reattach head. There we go. So now in here, in this show rewards thing, which I'm gonna change to point reward redeemed. Change this there. So we're going to go you know what? Should I do all that? Maybe this is a really dumb roundabout way to do this. I'm just doing this so I could have all these in, but I guess I really don't need to do that. I can just go, well, actually, no. You know what? I know what to do here. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do a switch case. Switch, what reward? Case. Can I do it like this? Let's see, case, point. No. Rewards 0.id. Can I just compare like that? Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, no, it has to be a constant value. That would have to be if statements then. Right, duh, which I can just do. If... Yeah, duh, why... What was I thinking? Why was I so complicating this in my brain? If what reward equals that, then do that reward. Copy this. Make these else's. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so I guess I really didn't need to put their names in there. I could have just made this a list of strings. But it's more for organization's sake, just so I can have this here to compare and know easily where to put the numbers once I've gotten them. So, it is head size plus plus. So now this is where we need to go and start linking up with the funny modes script, or the funny modes object here, which, right, we'll open big head mode. Did I never make an overall link script for these? I have these each in their separate scripts for now, but let's do some organization then. We'll go to VTubin, we'll go to scripts. Let's put this into the Twitch integration folder first and foremost. Looks like the rest of that is right. Alright. Then we're going to create a folder and call it Funny Modes. Beheading goes in there. Big... Oh, let's do these all at once so I don't have to wait for it to compile each time. Big head mode, head bounce. Those go in there. Head track, headless cam is kind of just a generic thing, I think. No, I guess it goes in there. Okay. And then we're going to go here and create a C# script and call it Funny modes manager, and all this thing is going to be is it's going to sit on this object and be a reference point for all the other objects. So we're going to go here. We are going to go ahead and go public static funny modes manager so that it can be referenced from anything. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and go add a, let's see, big head, head bounce, headless track cam, okay. Public, big head mode, big head, public, head bounce, bounce head, public, headless track cam, beheader. Alright, and then we can just go ahead and assign all those into this. I could just get them at runtime, but I mean, they're all in one object. It's easy enough to do that. Then I can now, from anything, go ahead and go, not this. Oh, right, I moved all those scripts so they got closed. Twitch chat manager. So, if this is, which one again? Twitch integration. Alright, so it's head size, reset head size, bounce, reattach. Cool. So here I can go dot big head dot and now I can go here, open each of these. That's already open. Open this one, open this one. Alright, so big head mode is update head size, float size. So I want to add size. So I'm going to go ahead and add another script that just does, actually I'll just do it from scratch. Public void, increase size, float size, head size plus equal size. No, wait. Oh yeah, so head size plus equal size, and then update head size. Wait. Oh, right, I see, okay. Yeah, and update head size. So there we go. That will now, in theory, alright, big head dot increase size 0.5 f, so I'll add 50%. And then here we just go ahead and copy this, and instead of this we call reset head. So next up was bouncing head. That is called with just start bounce. So dot bounce head. Wait, head bounce is, oh, it's not public. Wait, how was I launching it then if it's not public? I was using this button, which, oh no, that's right, I was just using the hotkey. I never actually set that up. Oh yeah, public void start bounce. and then start bounce. Okay. And then use start coroutine, return home. And yeah, okay, so I can call that elsewhere. That should be fine. Funny Modes Manager, Twitch Chat Manager, start coroutine. That. Nice. Cool. So, now, in theory, this should work. Let's add a test case to this, though. Just so we can make sure. We're gonna go for Twitch integration. Alright, so let's add public string test ID. And then here we're gonna go if test ID is not blank, then, alright, yeah, I will go string ID to redeem equals what reward, but if test ID isn't blank, then ID to redeem instead equals test ID. And then we'll just make the test IDs for this 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, if I put in a test ID there, it should do the do. And then we'll just also go ahead and go context menu, test, redeem. So now, if I play this, and I put test ID 1, and wait, where's the, did I do the context menu wrong? No? Context menu, test, redeem. Oh, right, but that doesn't work because it needs stuff passed into it. I can't just context menu that. Alright, well, easy solution actually that fixes all this BS anyways. Void test redeem doesn't need anything passed into it, and it just it calls point reward redeemed test ID $. So now let this recompile, and now I should be able to put an ID 1 in here, bring up the console, and go test redeem. Haha! Head gets bigger, head gets bigger. I am going to make this animate eventually so it doesn't just pop bigger, like grows. And by eventually, I mean probably right now, after I'm done testing this, because it's like a 2-second thing. This should reset. This should set the head bounce in. Okay. It didn't. Didn't do anything of the sort. But why? The head bounce seems to be broken. I didn't change anything with that. Why is the head bounce broken? I moved scripts, but that shouldn't matter. funny modes. Head bounce. It's getting a speed. If I go to scene, go to Headless Dilla's body, it is bouncing. It's just not shifting the camera over like it's supposed to. But why? Head track, headless cam. All the references are still set. Nothing there should be broken. I straight up did not change anything with this. Toggle headless still works. Woo. Alright, if I manually toggle to headless and then start the bounce, it works. Oh, right. I remember now. Duh, silly me. This needs to not just start bounce. It needs to first toggle head. Okay. That's easy enough. That's right. That's why the headless track cam was on there. So we're going to go over here to this. And we're going to go ahead and say dot beheader dot toggle head. Or better yet, actually, it would be smarter if I just in here put a check to see if it's not there. Yeah, that's smarter. Let's get rid of this. Alright, so in head bounce, hold on a second. Even if they're gibberish, lyrics do not go well with coding. Okay, so start bounce starts the bounce, but first, this has a tracker, right? If it's, yeah, bool headless. Okay. So if get component headless track cam dot headless, more specifically, if it's not headless, then first, I guess I don't really need to do a get component now that I have the funny manager. There we go. So if it's currently not headless, then first become headless and then start bouncing. Because I already added that check for return home, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it just does it here. Where if it's bouncing and I start returning home, it stops bouncing. So I just needed the opposite, where if it's starting bouncing and it's not home, and it's not headless, then it goes headless. Yada yada. Point is, it should work now. And I was the one who was the dumb. So Twitch integration, test ID 3, redeem. Nice. And now test ID 4, redeem. Okay, that didn't fully work. Why didn't that work? Oh, yes, I recall now, because it in fact actually needs to do what? Right, it needs to toggle headless. Twitch chat manager. So instead of return home, you actually need to, but that's not public. Oh no, that's right. It just needs to trigger toggle head. Okay. Beheader dot toggle head. Okay. Once again, test ID 3, test redeem. All right, that's working. Very good. Number 4, test redeem. Very good. All right, that is all now working as intended. So next up is to lerp the head size instead of just popping it. Big head mode. Very good. So head size equals size, and then it sets that to that. We actually want head size equals size, float start size equals head size, or no, it's float end size equals head size. Start size needs to equal transform dot local scale. We'll just go with X. They're all the same, so it's fine. I can just grab one. Or actually, even easier. Boom. It equals. Alright, so start size equals head size, then head size equals the new size, and then the end size equals now head size. Yes. Is that needed? That's not needed. Yeah, no, we can just do end size equals size. So then, for float. Oh, you know what? I could use an animation curve for this. Yeah, let's do that. Public animation curve. I've done this once before, so if I goof it up, you'll have to forgive me. This could very easily happen. Oops. Something's yelling at me because I left this incomplete. Okay, funny modes. Curve. Let's go ahead and make it... which curve is best for this? Let's try this one. Okay. Yeah. Nice steady acceleration and then deceleration. We'll see how it looks in practice. So now I need to remember how to lerp along it. I don't think that's too hard though. So we're gonna go for float f equals 0, f less than 1, f plus equals 0.025f. I'm just gonna make this take a second, so then we'll do, I'm gonna need to make this into a coroutine. Right, alright. Enumerator, scale head. You know what, maybe I don't need to do that, actually. Let's just go ahead and go private float f equals 0. We'll call this actually lerp timer. So then we don't need this. We're just gonna go void update if lerp timer less than 1, lerp timer plus equals time dot delta time, and then we'll do that other stuff. Alright, so then we have the float head size. We're going to change this to float. Actually, no, yeah, we'll leave that head size, and then we'll go private float current size. So then what update head size actually needs to do is set lerp timer equals 0. What? This seems more complicated than if I had just done it the enumerator way. So you know what? I will just do it the enumerator way. Yeah, this is dumb. Scalehead. I am a bit scatterbrained when coding silly projects like this. I'm a lot more focused when I'm working on like a professional project, but I kind of just wing it when I'm doing stuff like this. Okay, yield, return new, wait for a second, 0.025f, just so it stops shouting at me. And then we're going to bring back that for loop. Float f equals 0, f less than 1, f plus equals 0.025f. What? Don't steal that curly bracket, make a new one. Lerp timer, you don't exist. Okay, so start size and end size need to actually be declared out here. Let's just do this. Boom, boom. Alright, so we set them here. We set these here. Alright, so start, head size there, and now, how do I use the animation curves again? Let me look it up. Unity animation curve. Okay, let's see this. So keys length retrieves the key at index. Animation stores a collection of keyframes that can be evaluated over time. Behavior, number of keys in the curve. Evaluate the curve at time. Right, this is what I need. Okay, yeah, I remember now. So, if we do, then, so first we'll just set up the lerp as is, linear. So, float new size equals mathf.lerp start size, end size, f. Except we don't actually want to lerp by f. New size, new size. So rather than lerping by f, we actually want to do, because this will just linearly from 0 to 1, we actually want to go alright, so yeah, here we go. Float curved scale equals curve dot evaluate at f. I think this will work, and then we actually lerp it to curved scale. Let's try it. It's the worst that could happen. Play. Okay. That didn't work because I never actually hooked these things up, silly me. So, update head size, float size. It sets those sizes and then does a start coroutine scale head. Duh. What? Why is this shouting? Cannot convert from... What? Cannot convert from IEnumerable to string? What are you talking about? You shouldn't be trying to convert anything. What? Oh, because it's an IEnumerable... God damn it. Silly me. Unity autofill, or I guess Visual Studio Audio autofill, really likes to put in IEnumerable instead of IEnumerator. I don't know what either of them mean. I just know it has to be an enumerator for me to use yields. So now, if I give it a go, we should get big head. Yep. Okay, that was pretty instant. That was very instant. Right. But why? But for why? Alright, let's just make sure the linear lerp is working in the meantime. And we'll just set it to F. I'm just going to leave this as 1 in here so it stays between things. No? No, that's still instant. Why? Big head mode. Update head size. Start size is head size. End size is new size. Oh, because this is... Duh, this is changing it before that even gets caught. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Hello, a puff of pink. Welcome, welcome to my suffering. Things are going well, though, all things considered. A couple things aren't working. I'm gonna have to message the creators of the Twitch integration asset I'm using to figure out why that is, but I'm working on some other things for now, which is making my head scale instead of pop to different sizes. So, let's see. Right now, head size gets increased right away. That's just wrong. So, what we're actually going to do is we're going to just get rid of this nonsense altogether. And we're just going to make this a number. So now, instead of just doing with the flat out size, we're just going to do the calculation here, like duh. So start size is head size, and then end size is head size plus size. So I can put a negative number in there and decrease it if I really want to. Wait, no, because reset needs to bring this to a fixed number. Oh, actually, you know what? I guess I could just stop being lazy and make this a separate thing. So yeah, this is a size, update the head size. So then, in that case, I want to go over here to the Twitch chat manager where it's calling this, and instead of increase size 0.5, it's going to be update head size 0.5f. So that will take the current size and add a 0.5f to it. And then actually here, I can just do update size. So I want the end result to be 1. So yeah, you know what? Let's just do this different. All right, so let's just do start size, head size, end size. Oops, accidentally opened DeepL. Not translating anything right now. Alright, so start size, there. End size just needs to be 1. And then do the same thing this one does. There we go. So, now, if my brain is not smooth, and believe you me, it is, but hopefully this should work. So instead of popping to a bigger size, the head should now slowly scale up. Woo! Alright, but that is linear. So now, if I replace F here with this curved scale that I am creating right here, hopefully it will then follow this handy dandy little animation curve that I made here. Let's see. Yeah, it worked. Do I like that curve though? Let's make it a little bit bigger. What? What? Alright, that's not working. Right, because I'm an idiot. End size, no way, yeah, end size, start size is current head size, end size is current head size plus size. And head size isn't being changed because I'm an idiot. Duh. Head size equals end size. Cool. Oh, also, now that I think about it, this needs to be set to the proper end size at the end of this because this float will end up slightly below scale, so it won't go to exactly where it needs to go. So after the loop is done, we just need to set them manually to end size. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's give that a test run. Bigger. 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 Little bit bigger. And then I change this to the reset head size redeem and pew! Nice! It's working! Alright, real quick though, let's see what this looks like if I change it to this curve. I think this curve might actually be more what I want. Change this back to 1. Oh, okay, so the reset head size does not properly save that. Noted. Alright, well, let's just reset this curve to the right curve now. And then go... Alright, so reset head size, start size equals head size, end size equals 1, and then head size equals 1. Silly me. That's the idea. I'm trying to get the point redeems hooked up, but although I've managed to properly link up Twitch chat integration, so that, for example, if you or someone else sends a chat message, I can read it here in Unity. I'm trying to do that same thing with point redeems, and it's just not working. So I'm going to have to message the creators of the Twitch integration thing, because I'm doing it exactly how their documentation says to. Literally, I copied it from their demo. Doesn't work. I'm going to have to message them to get that sorted. But yes, the idea is eventually that people can do redeems, and they will automatically trigger these things. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's a good curve. Starts out slow, speeds up, and then slows down. Whoa. 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 And then we drop this down to 2, and That felt a little bit linear though. So let's see if I can find... Not find, I know where it is. It's on funny modes. Let's take this and let's try and do it manually. Oh yeah, let's add a little bit of overcorrection. That could be fun. Let's add a key. Yeah, that could be a fun curve. Oh no. Can I copy? Can I copy a curve? Copy. Because it gets reset after I stop the scene. Okay, good. I copied the curve. Nice. So now, if I go to here and redeem. Yeah. No, that doesn't seem very... Doesn't seem like it's using the curve much. View. That's definitely not using my curve. Yeah, I mean, I barely understand what I'm doing here either, if I'm honest. I haven't used these animation curves much. Supposedly they're just a way to, you know, lerp along from instead of just going straight from 0 to 1 in a smooth speed, you can like vary the speed a bit so that, you know, I can get like a little bit of character to this head size change. At least that's the idea, but it doesn't seem to be working. Curve scale equals curve.evaluate. Returns the value of the curve at the specified point in time. So curve scale is curve.evaluate f. F is a number that goes from 0 to 1. So this should return what the curve represents at that point between 0 and 1. Which means that if I look at this, it should start out barely moving at all, accelerate, go up rapidly, overcompensate a bit, and then correct back down. But that is clearly not happening. Let's just make it like wild to the point where there's no way you could miss if this was going over. That way I can tell for absolutely for really if this is working. Yeah, no, it's, I mean, so it is working somehow, but it's not working as it should. Interesting. Huh. Well, in that case, let's go back to this curve. Don't clamp? Do clamp? I don't know. Let's add a key. Let's add a key. No lyrics while coding. Even if I do like that song. Those will throw me right off. Yeah, kinda. That's the idea. We're just looking for some sort of... just a transition with character as opposed to a straight line. That's the goal here. Let's try that. Woo! Alright, well that's working. You know what? It's clearly working. I guess I just don't have an eye for really recognizing these curves. So I'll just go ahead and leave it at this nice little default. And that will do. You know, maybe if I made it slower, it'd be more recognizable. So if I go in here and instead of waiting that long, or more specifically, instead of adding that much, we go this. Now it should take 2 seconds instead of 1 second. And maybe that will be a little bit more noticeable. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's better. I like it. What happens if it gets redeemed multiple times in sequence? Okay, it just jumps ahead. I was worried it would break, but jumping ahead is better. Better than breaking. And then we... Yeah, I like that. That's good. Straight to horny jail. All right. So, with that done, now I just really wish I could get this integration working. Because, like, so it's literally, you know, I mean, this code is even more of a clusterfuck than my code, because it's an asset, and they always are, but... So this works. This is what gets the chat messages from chat. But, and it also gets followers. So I thought it, like, because this is twitch.chat for that, whereas the point redeems are twitch.pubsub, so I thought it might be that part that wasn't working. But new follower warnings are also twitch.pubsub, and those are working. Woe is me, if only I could demonstrate it somehow, like if someone were to follow, wink wink, nudge nudge. Eh? Eh? Did it work? Did my genius scheme come into play? But anyways, yeah, so chat messages work, and followers work, but point redeems do not work. And I don't understand why. So like if I say something in chat here, that shows up. And if I unfollow and refollow on my bot account, that shows up, although it doesn't get the name for whatever reason. And then if I redeem a points thing, nothing happens. It just doesn't work. Why? This code is straight out of their demo thing. It's right there, same thing. Twitch.pubsub.onpointreward. Do all this stuff. It's here. It should work. Witchcraft indeed. And yet... I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. So, I'll just have to message them and say, hey, I paid you money for this, fix it. They do say to message them if you have any problems, but, you know. I also need to figure out what other kind of fun redeems I want to have. Because at the moment I just have the head sizes and this. Which, while it may be very fun, is not enough. I need more, more, more! But I'm not so clever as to think of some myself. Well, what I do need to do anyways, actually, is rebuild this and switch to the new version, because this version I'm on right now has some bugs that I did not, or that I've since fixed. Like the fact that, yeah, see, like I said, there's some bugs. There are some bugs. But I've since fixed them and just never actually built the new version to use. So let's do that now. Why not? I'm gonna have to close this so it doesn't give me an error, because I'm trying to replace the one I'm already building. Alright, so we'll do a build, VTubin builds, head track, moving body build, select folder, build it! My glorious visage will be back in a moment, I promise. Finishing import. What are you importing to export? It's pretty great. I was quite pleased with how it turned out. I had the idea in a stroke of mad genius and wasn't sure if I'd be able to implement it properly, but I got there. Alright, and now we reopen this. Okay, nice. And then we wait for Streamlabs to find it again. There it is, and we're back in business. But now, my bugs are fixed. So, let's see. Now, if I... Nope, don't shrink that. That'll make the resolution go small. Yeah. Okay. So if I now call this, it should automatically... Yeah, whoa. It'll automatically transition properly. I also have some different expressions. And put the head back on. I feel like that's the best way to write a character or describe a character. Strokes of mad genius tend to be the greatest types of genius in my mind. Alright, let's see what we can do now. What else could I possibly add to make this more fun? By the way, in case you were curious, this is how big my head can get. It's too big. No. Oh, I see. My changes to how the function worked made the slider no longer a viable option. That's right, because it used to be a fixed size, but now it adds the size. Well, that's fine. I didn't need to use that slider anyways. But if I manually click it, there we go. That's how big it's supposed to be able to get. Actually, it can probably get a little bit bigger if I just click right. Yeah, boom. There we go. Fun fact, by the way, I can still do bouncy head mode like this. Ooh, I must go. My people need me. Alright, let's just... Nice. This is fun. I love playing with this model. I've already got some alternate outfits planned, but those are going to require a dramatic recoding of how the body works, because as you can probably see here in Unity, right now there's just 2 entire clones. Because if I put the game over here, you can see that if I go into bouncy mode, yeah, so this one is the head model and this one is the headless model, and switching between them is actually a trick of the camera. The camera just jumps back and forth and they're in the same position in each one's frame, so you can't tell that it's switched, because the problem is this entire model thing is one model. So to not have a body, the body's just invisible, which just means I need a whole second set of textures for every single skin, because I need the body version without a head, I need the head version without a body, and I need the complete version. So I need to do some reworking. Make a separate version where there's just the head. The faceplate has its own separate texture, so I can switch those easier, because also I have to change the entire body texture for each expression change. It's a mess. Like, just for these 2 different bodies and 3 different expressions, let's see, this is all the textures I have. So yeah, it gets out of whack pretty quick. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like a choker. They're like stitches, stitch choker. But that is the vibe I was going for. It looks like a choker, so you don't think anything of it until, you know, things start getting a little whack. Well, I think that's all the model development I can get done for now until I get that Twitch integration sorted out, since there's only so much trial and error I can do on my own when I've pretty clearly done it properly. So I think I'll call it there on that. Maybe now I shall play some games. But the question is, what game? Do I want to try a new game or a comfy game that I've played to death already? Because I have some ideas for both. What do you think? Ah, delicious water. Now, I am going to go ahead and restart OBS so that it can maybe connect to the chat properly and I don't have to have my stream open. And then I will switch to a game stream. I will be back in one little moment.